Good morning,
everyone,
and welcome to Naturally Kim's Knitting
with Genevieve.
Yep, I'm Kim, and
This is her granddaughter, Genevieve.
And this is a podcast all about knitting, no spinning, no dyeing of yarn, but Genevieve things and my things that I've done since I've been out here in California. Just a minute, sweetie pie. I've got Tobias over here, too. You want to lean in and say hi?
Hi. You can't let me say it with your face.
So,
my brother's face. Hi. Okay.
Here you go, sweetie. There, we see your eye.
Hi. And you see the...
There we go. There we go. Sorry about that. But... Hi.
It is.
Let's see.
I think. I don't know yet.
You could let Grandma talk. This is September 2nd, and this is episode 224. My goodness, you got the wiggles. No, we've got a different chair than we usually have, so we have to get used to it. You can find me online as Naturally Kim's Knitting on YouTube, Blogger, Facebook, WordPress, and we've got a podcast group on Ravelry by Naturally Kim's Knitting podcast group. Okay, Tobias. Thank you, baby. You can find me on Ravelry. Mine is NapiersKnits, and then, like I said, our podcast group is Naturally Kim's Knitting, and Instagram, knitting_Kim. Excuse the extra noise today.
That's my brother.
I am babysitting, and I have got lots of helpers today. But if we wait until Mommy gets home, it's a little bit late to get everything done. So we wanted to get it done when we could. We haven't had any new people joined. That's partly my fault. I've not been able to put our knit-alongs out there like I want to. Now, our finished object knit-along, speaking of knit-alongs, has ended. And this is my opportunity to announce the 3 winners. I don't know if I'll get notifications sent out to you because my grandson's on the computer and it's very hard to get him to let go. So, the 3 winners, we have 3 this month, are Eyenowhour, Pannouschka, and Handmade Studio 11. Now, you guys can all choose from a $10 gift card from KnitPicks or Amazon, or any giftable pattern for up to $10 in value. Please let me know by August 15th if you're interested in a prize. If I don't hear from you by that time, your prizes will be forfeited. I'm sorry. Then we have, let's see, our finished object knit-along for September is going on right now. Genevieve and I opened it yesterday afternoon. So feel free. All you have to do is finish an object in any craft, take a picture of it, post it, and at the end of the month, depending how many entries I have, that determines how many drawings or prizes I give away. So like for this month, we had 25 people enter. So I gave 3 prizes. So take a picture, post it in the right thread. If there's a pattern name, include it. Genevieve's trying to beautify herself.
No, I'm just putting my... It kind of...
Anyways, the drawing for that will be around October 1st. I've lost track of time since I'm out here in California.
That's why I don't like to really do. I don't like to wear my heels.
Oh. This is why I didn't draw. Well, I did draw yesterday, or this last month yesterday. I did really well, didn't I? Anyways, we have another knit along going or craft along going on right now. I call it knitting in autumn colors, but as you know, that could be crocheting, it could be sewing, it could be weaving, any of those things. But it's a 2-month craft along. It will end October 1st. We just ask that you mainly knit in like fall leaf colors, oranges, yellows, reds. It could be browns. You know, anything that you would find. Well, this is a very good example. Very good autumn colors. That's in my scrap yarn I have. But anything like that could be used in this. And it doesn't have to be completely in that.
And maybe if you can find some gold yarn, you could use it.
But it could be a stripe made out of autumn colors. Whatever. When you finish it, take a picture of it. Post it in the knitting in autumn colors. Post it in the knitting in autumn colors. And at the beginning of October, I will draw winners. Now, what were you going to say, sweetie?
Also, add pumpkins.
Yeah, pumpkins are also fall colors. Then to help you know what's coming up. Jen, you have the hiccups?
And also use pumpkins as patterns.
Oh, yeah, you could make pumpkins.
Or use them on patterns of your...
Oh, if you're sewing something. Or...
Yeah, you can make a pumpkin.
Yeah.
And maybe a tree, autumn tree or some autumn leaves, and maybe a leaf pile, and maybe your kids depending leaf piles, or maybe the memory from fall.
You think you can? There you go. Didn't know if that would help your hiccups or not. Okay. Now planning ahead. Genevieve gave me a good idea for our next 2-month knit along. We will be having an overlap because if you've been here very long, you know November and December, I have a knitting for others knit along. But starting October 1st through December 1st, we're going to be knitting out of what colors did you suggest?
White, red, green, and...
Oh, you're adding another one?
No. And you can make anything from Christmas, like Christmas trees, maybe some jingle bells, maybe and like a reindeer, maybe Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
So your idea is to have them knit Christmas? Or make Christmas?
For when it's close to Christmas. And I really like Rudolph. So Rudolph. So that I said maybe make Rudolph.
That sounds like a good idea to me.
And us might put it on.
As we know, crafters start Christmas before Christmas. So if we start this October 1st and have it end December 1st, we will also take Hanukkah. We will take any kind of holiday geared knitting or crafting. Okay, and then like I said, for the months of November and December, we're going to do a knitting for others because it's something that's near and dear to my heart. And whether it's for a charity or for loved ones or whatever, that'll be coming up. Just so you know, heads up, you can look for things, you can start getting your yarn, all that stuff.
Grandma, my water is empty and I'm thirsty.
Oh, can you do the water yourself?
But
Okay.
you try and open the lid. So I go put it
I'll show my things. Well, here, honey. I'll show my things while you're doing your water, okay? So, try to move it along while she's getting her water. What's on my needles? Well, as I mention every week, I have sock yarn on my wheel at home, my spinning wheel. But then I have my scrap yarn sock, which I have worked on a little bit. I'm actually on the ribbing on this one, so it's a dark green yarn that I'm on right now. But there's the entire sock right now. I do 20 rows of ribbing at the top, and this will be for someone at the soup kitchen. They should be getting it this year because I'm going to be heading home November 5th, so they should be getting it this year. And there's the other one ready for the ribbing, but the ribbing has not started yet because I like to finish the ribbing on one sock, then work on the other. I should show the whole sock. So that's a soup kitchen sock. I have worked on it. I'll be working on it today too, because I'll tell you why in a minute. Sorry, one of my little tiny balls of yarn fell to the ground. There, and it's dark, so it would have been hard to see. Okay, then I'll make sure I get everything. I have a shawl that I'm working on at home. And then I'm going to be starting, I don't even have the pattern of, no, I don't have the pattern in front of me right now. Genevieve wanted me to make something else for her. Out of this yarn that we dyed ourselves, it has got reds and purples and whites and a little pink in it. And I found a beautiful skirt. It's the butterfly skirt by Suzy Sparkles. I was going to start it yesterday. I knew I'd ordered the needles because I didn't, of course, I was planning on doing a certain knitting when I was out here. And I had the needles that I needed for those things. But then when you add projects, you know, you don't
Mama,
always have the
Grandma,
needles.
can you please, keep
So, there we go. So I'm waiting for the needles for that, plus the elastic. But it's called the butterfly skirt. And I'm going to be making it out of that yarn that Genevieve and I have dyed. We're going to start with this one. Yeah, she told me she loved it, so I hope she does. Then, where is that other ball of yarn? I have another ball of yarn. How did it get lost?
Maybe it rolled away.
Because we just had it in here. We were set up to do this over by the sofa. And I decided that would mean I'd have to hold the camera. And I wasn't crazy about, oh, here it is. It's in my bag. Sorry. I was a little worried too. I had a picture of some of these things at the beginning of the podcast, and I put this up there on purpose because my husband wanted to see the colors. Because I'm going to make a pair of socks. And I thought about making it for my father-in-law, but I didn't know if he would wear it. My husband misunderstood me, thought I was talking about him, and he said, no, he wouldn't wear them. So I said, well, I'll make them for myself if nobody else will wear them. And then Genevieve suggested soup kitchen. So I haven't quite decided yet. But it's Chroma Twist fingering weight yarn. And if you look in there, yeah, those you see you have a red, a blue, a purple, orange, and different shades of red. So I'm going to start working this up as if it's meant for me. Don't pull it out, okay? I have 2 balls of this. And the reason I have 2 balls of this was because of the orange and the red. I was hoping my grandson would like it, and I'd make him a sweater out of it. Well, he didn't care for it. Since then, he's picked out 2 sweaters he wants me to make him. One has a triceratops, and the other one has a velociraptor, which totally surprised me because he's not into the meat eaters. He's into the plant eaters.
And him like covers us?
So I thought one of them, I'll make the dinosaur orange and the sweater green, and the other one, I'll make the other way around. We're not ready for that yet. She's getting ahead of herself. Let's see. Finished items. Yes, I've got a finished item, except for the ends. Christmas gift socks. And this is my own pattern. Excuse me, sweetie. I need to show this. This is my own pattern, which I will be, sorry. Oh yeah, that was right. Which I will be showing or posting, but it may not be till November 1st. Honey, I need to show this. I dropped the sock. It has little triangles on it that I worked out. If you look into the camera, see this little triangle right there? So, yeah. So the other one fell into the floor, so I can't show both of them. But these are now done.
Oh, I can get it. It's my feet. It's my feet. I can just crap.
Okay, I haven't had any questions lately yet. Here's the other one. Ta-da! I can't say who they're for. Just that they're for something special. She knows what she's been told. Not that she remembers, but I don't want her to tell anyways. Because it's somebody special who does watch the podcast. A few of you are now saying, for me, for me, for me. You'll just have to wait and see. Okay, before I go any further, only because I get her newsletter, so I know. Happy anniversary, Betsy. I know I'm a little late, but I wanted to say happy anniversary. She's been married 1 year less than I've been married. And we got married about the same ages. Oh no. Just a moment, please. Sorry about that. What's funny is this part of the podcast is where I usually just chat with you guys. And wouldn't you know, my son called me. So happy. So we chatted for a little bit. I haven't chatted with him since I've been out here, so that's been 2 months. So, anyways, what you guys been up to? Have you been feeling well, I hope? I do hope so. I think about you guys. I mean, I feel like I am friends with almost all of you. Because at one time or another, you guys have prayed with me or just been with me. And, if I hear about you or family members that are ill, my heart goes out to you. So I hope you're taking care of yourselves. I've been doing a lot of playing with a little bit of knitting and a little bit of reading and a lot of learning. So, yeah, we're trying to get the kids kind of on a schedule. So, like at 9 o'clock, we start off with whatever homework they have to do. Tobias is more like play, but you learn through play. And it's been a good time out here. Anyways, I do hope that you guys are doing well, like I said. I want to remind you about my daughter's blog. She's probably not been able to enter a lot lately because she works from 8 to 4, helping kindergartners through 7-year-olds doing their schoolwork and things that they have to do through Zoom. And then she does the lessons with them in addition to that. So I haven't checked it myself in the past week or so, but I doubt if she's been able to update it. But just in case you want to check it out, there's a link on the show notes. Just go to that there. And then my friend Nina, she had a new entry on her blog this week. So yeah, and she has some lovely, lovely patterns. And as you know, because if you don't, you have not been watching my podcast. I am an affiliate. See, I am just so chipper now that my son's called. I am an affiliate with KnitPicks. KnitPicks, in case you don't know, is a place where you can get really nice yarn, but it doesn't cost as much as some of the premium yarns out there, I guess you would say. I like KnitPicks. I love the fact that I can get almost any kind of yarn or a good substitute. And I mean, feeling good. I mean, I always put this yarn that I dyed for Genevieve's skirt came from KnitPicks. And oh, if I like to put the yarn on my cheeks, then you know it's a good yarn. And that's what I like about theirs. And they have a, in case you don't know, they have a yarn called Felici. It's a self-striping yarn. So nice and soft. It is back, but anybody who
Grandma,
knows KnitPicks,
did you pass my
not yet. Anybody who knows KnitPicks knows Felici is one of the yarns that goes quickly because it is such a nice yarn. But they're also having a 20% off all their needles, circular, straight, the double pointed, crochet hooks, all those things. Then any of you who dye your own yarn, they have a bare yarn sale right now. You do have to buy in bulk. And it's up to 15% off depending what you bought and how much you bought or something. Then they're having a big end of summer sale, 40% off of a lot of different things. I can't even list them all. So check out KnitPicks.
There's a new animal.
There is?
Yeah, a koala.
Wow.
Yeah.
If
She's a little wild sensitive things.
Yeah, you like koalas though?
Yeah.
I like koalas too.
And I love frogs.
Oh, yes, you do. My grandson is watching Wild Kratts right now.
Wild when it's morning time.
Yes, they do. They like to sleep during the daytime sometimes, huh?
They hold on to me when they do it.
Yeah, koalas do that, huh? Okay. So, anyways, there should be links or ads along my show notes on Blogger and WordPress. I will put a link on Ravelry, but it will not be the one that will give me the few pennies from your order. But that's okay. Now, my granddaughter. Yes, there's a little girl under there. She went to Michael's last weekend, didn't you? What did you buy at Michael's? Or what did you guys look at Michael's? Or buy?
This blanket for Grandma. Very shiny. And guess what else it says? Like that.
So that's for me to take home.
And this is my that I painted. And the other side is Tobias's.
Yes. So, yes, they picked this out for me because they know that I like dragons a lot.
And I also got some sunflower cookies, 2 packs. One is for Grandma to have in her.
I didn't bring those out.
And one is for to take home.
Yeah, they put sunflower and acorn stickers up, or the little soft sticky ones.
They were. Some of them will fall, and I know Grandma loves sunflowers, so I bought them.
My husband's to take pictures of my garden because he's a good man. And our sunflowers are so beautiful. So I guess she got me sunflower and acorn stickies to put on the window. And then she gave me a pack to take home with me. What?
Mama, is it time to show my stuff?
Yes. Yes, that's what the dragon was. Then you want to show this?
This is a mask I painted. Flower and a sun.
Oh, hold it up so they can see those.
This is a golden, and this is a unicorn.
That's a unicorn?
Alicorn with a sword, and then bottoms. And here is Goldie, my fox.
She's had this fox since she was a baby, haven't you? And it is the softest little stuffed animal. Then was there anything else? There really wasn't much else you wanted to show today. Was there anything else you wanted to talk to them about?
Yeah. And
get in the camera.
And mostly.
Now speak up too.
Mostly, Grandma is making a new coat for me that I really love. And you had seen my water bottle a lot because I was drinking it, and you can see all my favorite Frozen characters. I really love them a lot.
And have you seen Frozen 2?
Yeah.
Do you like Frozen 2?
Yeah. It's a very good movie. If you bought it, you better watch it. If you haven't watched it and you bought it.
Oh, I know what else you're going to talk about. Imagine that. Can someone imagine that is?
That is amazing.
What is it?
It is a place where kids can learn. My mom even teaches there. And you should come here and maybe bring either your grandchildren here, if you babysit them, or bring your children here if you even have any. And it's amazing. And even it's so fun.
Yeah, it has a lot of science things in it, doesn't it?
You kids can learn and learn and learn and learn. Even you can sign up your kids maybe for classes, but they might have to. Your grandchildren might just. Maybe you just. If you have grandchildren, maybe you could tell
your daughter or son.
About it.
And there's science centers a lot of places. So.
And then maybe you can tell them about it, and then you can, and maybe then you can sign them up for it. But they have to live here in North America.
In California.
In California.
Yeah.
Because that's the only place that have maps of that. And maybe if they're good, maybe you could take them to McDonald's. or to one of my favorite places, the trampoline place.
Yeah,
But you
there's a
need-
trampoline
you
place
need
right
to
close
buy-
to it.
You need to buy some pencil socks.
Yes. And then there's a McDonald's close to it too, isn't
Yeah, and a French club that I want to.
there? The
that
French
I love.
Club?
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that. Cool.
but it isn't right now opened because right now it ended.
Because of the
Bad cold.
Yeah.
And it ended, so it's
Yeah.
really over now. But
But
soon
it might start again soon, huh?
it will start again.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's what she's been up to and what she's been thinking about. She's been to Imagine That with her mom a couple times. And probably when I end up going back home, they will go to Imagine That every day with Mom, won't you? Monday through Friday. But that'll be okay, right? Right?
And right. And isn't this dog cute? I
Yeah.
do need to do a second layout.
Oh, you do? Oh, okay.
I'm going to do one because when it fell away,
Mm.
can you see it very well?
Look, can you see it when it's lit up? See?
You can't even see
Oh,
it.
okay. I told him I was going to take that home and put it on my fireplace. My grandson bought me a Dragon Hot
Can
Wheels.
you see it, Grandma? Very well.
Well, I suppose not great, but it's yellow, so yellows are always hard to show up.
Okay.
But anyway,
But
that's
you
up to you.
But you do see the similar.
Yes, yes. So anyway, so I think that's about all we have to talk about today, isn't it?
One missing around.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
So, I play Uno a lot, and
Talk up loud.
I play Uno a lot, and that's like one of my favorite games. Like my most favorite game. Hero.
Uno.
Uno.
We'll show them the other side. Oh, yeah, Uno.
Uno. And here it is. So, had you learned how to play Uno? Because this is a very fun game.
Yeah, it's been around for a long time.
You should get this game if you don't have it. And if you have this game and you never played it, you have to play it.
Yes, we're not affiliated with Uno in any way, by the way.
Because it does the best game ever.
Okay. Okay, is that it then? Okay, well, we want to thank you for watching today. I know Genevieve will say this, but I'll say it too. If you happen to like this podcast, hit the subscribe button. I hope you have a great week. I hope all your craftiness goes smoothly without any mistakes. But if you do make a mistake, I hope it's a little one. Big hugs. I love you all.
God bless and kisses.
And take
hugs.
care. And take care. And we will see you next week, right?
And make sure to Naturally Kim's name with Genevieve.
There we go. Very good. Bye-bye.